Welcome back to another video, guys. This will be pretty much the last video of this car. As you can see, there is no HZ to see at all because it is off having a roadworthy. You'll see what happens at the end of this video. And competition announced as well, so keep watching and see if you are the actual winner. Lots of things got done in this car. All the things that I knew that needed to get done that I didn't do, I've addressed all those issues: transmission, power steering, all that sort of stuff. So hopefully you enjoy this and like, subscribe, do all that sort of crazy stuff, and I'll talk to you again at the end of the video. So this build's coming down to the wire, and I'm that close to having it done that I've actually booked it in for the front end wheel alignment, and I've booked it in for the roadworthy. So it's all hands on deck, and whilst I've got some parts away getting rebuilt, like the transmission, I thought I'd pop some of these dents out and get the car a little bit straighter than what it needed to be. Now this dent was a pain in the ass because it's double panel in there for the tail light, and couldn't quite get in there to press it out. But I've actually gone as far as I can with this without actually grinding everything back. But I've made it look a lot neater than it needed to be anyway. And also I've driven this around the block a couple of times, and even with the dodgy transmission before I pulled it out, and the power steering pump started leaking like a sieve. So I've ripped that out, and that's off being rebuilt as well. The transmission guy's doing both of them for me. Right, so pretty hard to see in this light. I've got most of that line back. There's a high spot just here where the dent started, and I've got this impression right here. I can't actually get in there to get it out. Oh yeah, from that side there you can see it a lot better. So I really need to be concentrating on this line, get this line out, then I'll tap the high spots down. But as far as that quarter panel for patina, excuse the dust, that dent's pretty much gone. So that will do. And I'll get serious with it. Need to grind it all back, and I'll get serious with it when I do paint. So I'll just hammer and dolly that for a little bit, and then that'll be right to go. I'll leave it like that until such time as paint. But anyway, that's come out quite nice. So that's most of these dents out of this car. I do have a scratch one in this rear driver's side door down the bottom, but I am not going to worry about that until it becomes paint time. You can see it there. It's not too bad. That will tap out beautifully, but like I said, hopefully a lot of these parts turn up tomorrow. I know the transmission's going to turn up tomorrow because I'm actually picking it up tonight, and the torque converter is back from Melbourne. That's been recode. Not a cheap process, but extremely hard to try and find a stock standard Trimatic torque converter. How hard can it be? Alright, everybody wants to do their motors up and put all this big power and all that sort of shit in it, but not me. I just want it all stock standard. Later on, who knows. Righto, let's get into it. 4 days to go till I draw the competition, guys. So we are coming down to the wire on getting this car going, because I was hoping to have it going. People that have been watching, you know that I've had issues with the transmission, the carby, all these types of things that I already knew that I was going to have. They take time. You've got to send them away, and they take time. So let's have a look what I've got. So we have the totally rebuilt transmission. Now this should bullet me down the road 0 to 100 k's in 1 week, because that's all I was after. I didn't want anything tricked up, just stock standard transmission, rebuilt from front to back. That's everything, not just reconditioned, but rebuilt. Now you'll be surprised on the price. So I've got that, and I've already got this. which is also a rebuilt torque converter. Now, I'm not sure what's inside a torque converter. I think there's only 2 bearings, and I wouldn't have a clue. But it is stock standard for this HZ. They are hard to find, stock standard. But having said that, the people that rebuilt this torque converter, I sent it on a Wednesday and it was back here on Tuesday. So it's pretty bloody good going. I think they work over the weekend. They're that busy. But they're getting hard to find, guys, because generally you'd send one down and they'd send one back to you straight away, but they had to actually rebuild this because they had none. So keep hold of them. It is in the engine bay. So the carby was sent away. So the carby's in being rebuilt. Anyway, a bit messy here. So I need to take the, hang on, I'll turn the light on. So I drop that distributor out and I need to take that valve out of here because it's blocked. It is not creating enough vacuum for the pump. So I need to undo that, either replace it or clean it, one or the other. Go get a coil today, go get the transmission fluid today, and I think we are just about done. So this is my new windscreen wiper bottle. It looked just generic. I think it was 35 bucks on eBay. It'll replace that $14 one that I got from the auto shop. This is the original carby out of that car, totally cleaned and rebuilt. Right, early morning start on this. It's Sunday. Got to get shit done because front end wheel alignment and roadworthy are coming up next week. And yesterday was a total loss. From Friday afternoon till this morning, an absolute total loss. Couldn't work on the car whatsoever. This is what we're up to. We are going to be whacking the transmission in. We will be putting the tail shaft and everything back on. The newly rebuilt carby is on there. We'll change a few of these vacuum hoses over and hopefully start this up, take it for a fair income drive once and for all.
Well, I love doing the early morning starts in the car. Everybody's still in bed, asleep. They leave me alone, don't have to do anything. And once again, up she goes. I mean, I don't know how many times I've taken this transmission in and out, put it up and down, and I reckon, touch wood, this will be the last time. Now, look, I'm so happy with how this car turned out underneath, and I know nobody's ever going to stick their head under there and have a squiz at it, but at least I know it's done and how clean and how rust-free it is. So now I'm just whack this torque converter on. I've already put as much oil in it as I possibly can because you pre-oil them and you whack them in. Make sure you get those 3 clicks in there, guys. Now, I then use a straight edge to make sure I've got it in enough, and I actually did get the 3rd click. Now, something else I did do is I wrapped the exhaust down there because I've only got a generic starter motor. So I want to keep as much heat away from that starter motor as I possibly can. So I just wrapped everything. So once again, up she goes for the last time. Get this transmission in, and I lost the rest of the video of doing the rest of the stuff. So I got Grizz to come in and give me a hand because we had some family issues that we had to deal with for the next 3 or 4 days. And I thought, well, whilst he's finishing a couple of these little bits off, I might as well get him to do my first upgrade that I had planned to put in after the car was going. But it seems Grizz was there. I thought, you can do that. So very appreciative to Grizz to come out and give me a hand because I was going to run way behind schedule to get this in for the road webby.
Yeah, well, she's nearly done, Shawnee.
Sean's just cleaned up the terminals. I've decided to keep the original Holden terminals. Don't ask me why, but when they start to corrode up later on down the track, I'll change them over. We're just putting oil in there and ready to go, I reckon.
Well, congratulations, Matt. You're a Ford owner, but anyway, that Ford looks good on your Facebook page, and well deserved. My first ever giveaway, and the end of this video, the car has actually gone to get a roadworthy, and let's get on to another competition after that. But thanks everybody for entering.
Sounds nice, Sean, eh? No, I won't worry for now. Now just got to get all the GTS gauges working. Let's whack a steering wheel on it and go and do a skid.
So early morning, and this car is going down for the front end wheel alignment.
And on she goes for the wheel alignment.
Well, I was expecting them to say, Jesus mate, you got this close, but I was miles out. And there you go. The front end wheel alignment is done, and just waiting for him to hand the keys back. So I whacked the drone up, and bugger me dead, have a look at what we found with the drone. So I spotted this cool camper, and I thought, oh, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. So we just droned it and had a look. It's still early in the morning, so I wasn't quite sure if somebody was sleeping in it or whether it was just parked up to have some work on it. But how cool does this look? And I'm going to go over and have a good squiz at it. So I was absolutely amazed to find out that this was actually built in Australia, in Adelaide, a Land Cruiser, and the Adelaide bodybuilders had done it. The amount of badges and plaques all over this thing, amazing. Private coach plaques and all that, so they're pretty proud of what they made back in those days. And this thing was just, if you were going to build up a camper, this was just unbelievable. It took my breath away. So Easter weekend coming up, guys, and you will find us sitting under our new marquees for our car club, Sun City Vanners. So everybody out there, pop in, say good day, and have a chat about the car or whatever, and tell me about your cars. I'll be happy to accommodate everybody. And time to go for the roadworthy, guys, and call this video or this car build series quits. And I thought I'd give Shawnee the pleasure of driving the car. And anyway, I've enjoyed doing this build, and I'm going to do the price reveal. I've got one more video to come after this, but that's only a big cruise type video. We're going down to Melbourne on Saturday, Easter Saturday, and hopefully catch up with a few people down there and see how the car goes. And I'll be doing a really big video on that, on how the car went, where we went, some really good scenery shots with the car. We'll have a bit of fun with it, and I'll be doing the price reveal on the way down, and I'll be doing the time reveal, the hours and all that sort of stuff, and recapping all the things that went wrong whilst I was building this car, and all the things that I knew that I needed to rebuild. So also, we'll be having a look at the next build that I am doing as a love job. We'll be talking to the owner about that and going over all what needs to be done. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the series.